Hi guys, welcome to Tino Talks. Here in my videos, what I do is I'll talk about meditations, real life events, conspiracies, and I'll talk about other things, more things, guys. You have to watch so you can see them. So please hit the bell button, subscribe, and I will see you in my video, guys. And don't forget to like them. Bye now. See you in the video. Hey guys, welcome back. So in my previous video, I was actually talking about inner peace, but I'm actually gonna be talking about a little bit more about nature. How there's a thing about called Mother Earth, which is real. But also, guys, do you know we humans, we experiment a lot. We humans, what's it called? We're trying to find, we're trying to find the answer for everything. We're trying to have robotically everything control. So, in school we've been taught we have 4 seasons, which is spring, summer, fall, and winter. Which they're all true, We do have all 4 seasons, but what I'm trying to get with here is a little bit more extreme, guys. A little bit more extreme to the case. So this case is, guys, so you guys hear background noise and all that, I do apologize. A little more extreme. What I'm talking about here is weather control. So, as people, we try to, the government always trying to figure out how can they control everything, like exactly like the human body. How do we control blood work? How do we control how many times you go to the restroom? How we control your thoughts, everything, there's a way you can bring your blood back to life, stuff like that, right? In this scenario, the government actually has a weather control thing. Actually, it's true. So the reason for these, they actually have a machine that's they do weather control. Sorry about that. There's a lot of background noise. So when the government has control, it's the weather control. This is actually a real thing. You can actually look it up and all that. This is very true. So this machine, they actually invented it back on during World War II for the military use and purposes. So what they used to do is they're trying to make have the advantage where it be like smoky, cloudy, stuff like that. So this is actually a real machine, guys. So a lot of y'all are gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about now? No, guys. This is actually a real machine. So when we do, this is actually used in a lot of occasions. So who remember the Hurricane Katrina, guys? Who remember Hurricane Katrina? Hurricane Katrina was an experiment too, along with this machine, the weather control. They want to see how strong they can actually make this hurricane. Hurricane Katrina was an experiment with hurricane. They actually created a hurricane. So how this thing works is the Air Force actually drops particles into the clouds. It looks like gray clouds, like little rain clouds things, and it actually controls whether either rain, stuff like that, right? Or either hot, cold, stuff like that. They actually control it. There are actually clouds that actually look real, but they are totally fake. Yeah. So how this actually works, guys, is like I mentioned with Hurricane Katrina, is they implement particles into the clouds, and they actually make. Y'all remember the tsunami that happened? That's another one. Earthquakes, things like that. Things like these, that's actually controlled by the government to see how far or how powerful they can actually implement it. As much as it sounds crazy, guys, this machine actually does exist. I really wish it was a story, just a made up story, I would have just come up here, make y'all, but no, guys, this is actually a real life thing. So they do have this has been going on for years, guys, since World War II. So I really wish this was a fake thing, but it's not. It's actually real, so real. So with this machine, it actually makes it, they makes it. It's so believable. They makes us believe we are actually having the weathers that we're supposed to have, which we don't. So how this was implemented to the people and how it was brought up. They first brought it up by saying it was global warming. So when they say global warming, they start teaching about global warming. Things are melting. Things are going on. The Earth lost its cap to the protection of the sun because of all the gas. When they teach you all that stuff in school, they're not teaching you, and they will never teach you what's the real concept behind this. It's like me. I'm walking down the street and I trip. There had to be a reason why I trip, not because I just trip out of the blue. And this is the same concept that's been going on for years. They be teaching us the raw information where they want to keep us under the hot rock and all that stuff. So how this machine will actually be working, they actually does make us feel like it's hot, it's warm, stuff like that, and that's because they actually control this. They do control it. They even got the power to even destroy their own machines, their own creations, but they won't do it because we're actually valuable to. There's people walking by behind me. The reason that we will never do it is because the fact is we're actually a real business to them. So I think I mentioned this before in one of my videos. If I didn't, I do apologize. How this works is they tell them, we got a social security card. That's like their ID, and that's their identity. That's our real identity. How they're able to track us down. So how these things work is they will never tell you this, but every time they kill someone, it's a debt pay. And they only do it like in certain areas. Have you seen when it's raining and there's clouds, like it's super sunny? That's because they do it. They be doing that. Because when do you seen, like you seen this cloud, the sky is being clear, but it's raining out of the blue. That's because they're controlling it. But they want to make us, believe that that's not the case. Because have you seen like the rainbows and all that stuff? That what happens with us is that's a symbolization, of peace. But what happens is, it's after they, it's like the water down. So I know a lot of people, it's gonna sound like I'm not even making sense, but this weather machine is actually very true, very true. It actually does exist to this point. How I'm telling you, it's been doing it with the tsunamis, with the earthquakes. This is all part of their game plan in order to keep us under the rock. They say the Antarctic is melting, but they've been finding more things in the Antarctic, and more things than you believe. You can imagine. So when people actually, people actually been seeing and been waking, guys. This is the part where we have, as humans, we have to be, say, what are you really doing? Because the government always wants to make us believe, tell the the media, the news media, what like the weather. This is how they even tell when it's gonna rain, when it's not gonna rain. This is because they have the control, guys. Because look, it's a business. If I'm telling you right now, if you come to my company, let's say I own a store, let's say I'm owner of Walmart, everyday low price, I have to make some kind of advertising to make y'all believe it's an everyday low price. That's an electric low thing, guys. They're messing, they're fucking up with your brain, they're fucking up with your mind, making us think, okay, cool. Because how in the world they can tell you the weather from 5 days, 10 days, a week, 2 weeks, almost a month from now, how it's gonna be, and then they get it right. The reason this is getting wrong, guys, this is the real reasons why they get it wrong, reals. Because they have to change it. They have to keep it right here on the screen. So when we talk about, like, let's say the Ukraine war and the Ukraine and Russia war, right? That's the title. Why would they use a title like that? Because they know they're gonna make you believe it. Two countries with nuclear power. One is LA with USA, telling you this emergency about to hit World War III. Any second now, it's about to go to World War III. Why? Because it's the advertising, the manipulation. So when you're seeing floods and it's raining, it's because they're controlling you guys. It's not like the earth's doing it anymore. Yeah, when it rains, sometimes it's from the earth, but the majority of the time is because they control it. They're controlling it to the extent they actually make it snow in areas there will be snow. It's supposed to be snow. And this goes also back to our own crops. So let's say it's about to be spring, right? It's about to be spring, and here comes a big ass snow cold front. It's snowing, fucking shit like that. Why would they say that? The reason they do that, so they can fuck up our own crop. They know in the spring, the what's it called? The flowers are starting to come up, the browns. They know the flowers are starting to come. But since everything's created in a motherfucking lab, even fruits, shit like that, of course they wanna fucking say, yeah, we're having another fall front. Because they see plants that start to grow up, and that fucks up the plants, they fuck up everything. It's like, guys, this weather machine They tested it out with the military to see if it's gonna be a success. Now they're using it with us. So we have no control of it. So we are manipulating this global warming. It's this, it's gonna be hot and all that shit. How is it days it's gonna be super hot? It's gonna be for a whole month, 2 months above 100 degrees. Guys, y'all remember in my last videos, I've been telling you how we make connection with Earth. This is to be disconnected with Earth. Because there are little particles, they prevent us as well. I know, guys, I know. Look, guys, a lot of things that I tell you, you do not have to take my word for it. You can go and find out by yourself. You can go on there and be like, hey, let me see if this guy actually got it right. I always encourage you guys, make your own research, because you know I'm human as well, and I can make a mistake and I can be disfirmed in something, you know. Or you guys might have a little more knowledge and actually heard it and be like, hell yeah, this is it. And the reason this is happening is because the fact that we are humans much smarter. They don't want us to come up. They don't want us to be show our power. Why? Because they always want to make sure they'll have us underneath them. And this is another way. I got nothing against the government, but this is the real thing shit, guys. And this is also part of the shower garment video, guys. Weather control is a big manipulation, guys. It really is. Because you have to think about it. You have to think about the facts I'm telling you guys. How in the fuck? How the fuck? How can you tell from outer space with satellites and say this is gonna be the weather? How? How do you know the degrees and they get it right? This is how, guys. This is exactly how. Because it's the big manipulation, guys. This is how, because they have the control of the weather. That's why when you're in school, you know that, and they're teaching our kids, and they'll be like, hey, it's global warming, we have to do something. The government is funding this shit. You shouldn't fund for this. This is another way to take your motherfucking money out of your motherfucking pockets so you can be funding the global warming when actually it's going to the motherfucking, you know, government. So, guys, let me tell you something. I know this shit sounds crazy. I know that shit sounds more like a more conspiracy shit. But guys, I want you to know this is the real shit. This is the real. Because when you have shit like going like that, and you got, that's the shit they're teaching our kids. They don't want to teach them. Because like I said in one of my videos, yeah, school system. How are they preparing the kids for the future? How? Look, guys, I'm gonna be straight up for you. I was watching, you know, here on YouTube, a video where I used to go to school at. Let's not putting other shit in there, like theater shit like that. That's fine and all, but what is in the world are you really teaching the kids? Where in the fucking world are you really teaching the kids? How you preparing to the future? I like the fact they have theater, they have shit like that. But the fact, how is that shit preparing for the future? And this is another shit, how weather control and it comes to play. Because how is it in none of the schools you teach them how to become a weatherman? Shit like that. You'll never do that. Why? Because they know it's a bunch of bullshit. Oh, it's science and shit like that. You can be a storm chaser. No, see, when you're storm chasers, and this is the real fact, and people don't know that, they put you in the game and to see actually it was a success or not a success. Because how is a storm chasers also come out clean? They're not gonna tell you the real facts and how this is working. They're not gonna tell you if I'm outer space and I'm getting the satellites from outer space to see the weather. How can I tell from the weather and see how much is gonna be out there? How can I go out there and be like, there's gonna be about 6 miles of wind. It's gonna be pretty cloudy. Hot, humid. How the fuck do you know this shit? How in the fuck do you? Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, please go back and watch my other videos. They're really good. I'll talk about different things, you know. Also, guys, I want to announce that I'm gonna be running a challenge for everybody, a small challenge. So for more updates for what this challenge is about, please come back. For each video I do, I'm gonna be updating what this challenge is about, how it is. But we are gonna have 2 winners with this challenge. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, guys. Thank you so much. See you in the next video, guys.